Now building Vue project. Now that we're done with to-do application, that is the overview of Vue.js. This is what we have done so far. And so let's say that we're done with our application and that we need to export the application. We can't carry all the files and just go and put it on our server and expect it to run. And who is going to even type npm run serve on the server for it to be able to start and present the view? No, that is not how you do it. So what you do is when you go into your package.json, okay, package.json, you see that you have some scripts here that I showed you earlier. You have the serve, this is the run serve that we have built, and we have linked. So now we're going to use the build. We use the build to build the project. And so this is what we're going to do. Now I can stop, I can press Ctrl C to stop, press Y, and then you type, now we type npm. So we can clear this one off. This comment, we can just clear it. And now we can run npm run build. And as soon as you build, the Vue CLI is going to build your whole project for production, and it is going to pack all your script into the index file, all your CSS into one file, and all your JavaScript also into one file. Now, one thing you have to notice is that your build files has to run on HTTP file server. So that way, you can't just open it and expect the browser to run it. The browser is not going to be able to run it. And so we are done building it. And once we're done building it, you're going to have another folder. So let's close this and see the folder that I'm talking about. So before we didn't have dist. So this is our distributable. After building this, what we had. And so our files are going to be in this. Let's examine what is in basically. You have your CSS. Okay. If you check your CSS, this is what you see. It has been minified, okay, and which is good because it is going to help the browser load the CSS faster, like I said earlier, and all your images to be here, and then your JS files, they're all going to be here, and then you would have your index.html. Check the index.html. It's also minified, which is good because then to be able to run faster. And so whenever you're going to run this page, this is what is going to happen. Okay, you have these scripts. The first one is /favicon. So that is where your favicon is within this place. So of course, you'll be able to change your favicon in your public. This is the favicon. So when you change the favicon, here too will be changed, but you can even replace it if you want. And so you have your CDN, all your scripts, and these ones. So when you put it in the file server at the root, then whenever you open your domain, it is going to open. And so if I turn on my WAMP, all I have to do is to right click on dist and then click review in file explorer, and I have it here. Okay, so these are the files, the build file, and that is why it is sweet. Where are the node modules? They have been bundled up. So it makes your work so easy, it makes it nicer, and at least we can say to some extent your source codes are safe. And so if you have hosted it online, you would need the source code to be able to make any changes to it. Without the source code, it might be very hard trying to edit from this file. Okay, so yeah, so this would be the first of our. So this would be the end of our first objective, which is the overview of Vue.js. And so what we have talked about is how taking you through project initialization, how you can use the Vue directives to be able to make your page interactive, and how you can use packages whenever you want to use them, and how to use them in your file or your code. And when you're done with everything, how you'll be able to build it for production. And when you build it for production, that is the dist that you get, and then you put it out there. Alright, if you enjoyed this video tutorial, give me a thumbs up by clicking on the like button, and subscribe to this channel if you haven't done so. Alright, see you. So now the last and the second objective we're going to look at is diving deeper into Vue ecosystem and looking at other features as well. That will come from the next tutorials. Stay tuned.